Pokémon has dominated creature collectors for almost 30 years. No competitor has come close, although Palworld did set some important precedents. But now Aniimo is stepping up to change that, and their plan is wildly ambitious. After 10 years in free-to-play game design, I can show you exactly how they're planning to pull it off. But going up against Pokémon, the biggest franchise on the planet, is no easy feat. While we've seen quite a few creature collectors over the years, many of which I loved and that had a fair bit of success, they were all small-scale games catering to their own niches, without the budget or resources to scale up meaningfully. And the most popular one, Palworld, is arguably more of a survival game in the first place, intentionally targeting a very different kind of audience. But Aniimo is published by King's Glory, aka Fun Plus, which is a huge publisher of free-to-play games. So while it was not disclosed, I would estimate they have a budget of tens of millions of dollars to back up the development and marketing needs of Aniimo, and this already shows in the amount of content and the production quality the game is said to have on launch. However, budget alone is not enough to succeed against Pokémon. You still need a game with mass audience appeal, with the potential to last for years to come, and most importantly, a masterpiece in game design as well. 6 years ago, one game redefined an entire genre and still thrives today: Genshin Impact. As a free-to-play game, Aniimo has taken a lot of inspiration from Genshin as well, except for its most controversial feature, the gacha monetization. That's right, as far as the devs implied, Aniimo does not plan to monetize its creatures with gacha or pay-to-win, unlike a certain other popular franchise. So by building a free-to-play game without predatory monetization and with cross-platform between PC, PS5, Xbox, Android and iOS, can you guess why the Switch is missing here, by the way? Aniimo is off to a great start in terms of accessibility, as millions of players can install the game to play together on day one. And yet, this still does not guarantee mass audience appeal, so this is where I want to touch upon the cleverness of Aniimo's game design. Having played over 100 hours of Aniimo's closed beta, I can safely tell you Aniimo has something for everyone. In game design, there's a concept called player motivations that maps out what kind of game features different players are attracted to. My favorite being Quantic Foundry's player motivation model, which is a result of over 20 years of game analytics. Most games cater only to a few motivations. For example, if you like Counter-Strike, you probably lean more towards action, competition, and challenge. Minecraft is all about creativity, but also with some notes of excitement, community, and power. And if you like immersion, you've probably enjoyed games like Skyrim or Red Dead Redemption. Aniimo, however, is catering to almost all 12 player motivations, and this was a deliberate design decision to give every type of player something they'll enjoy. A fast-paced, action-packed combat with optional PvP, and a bunch of social features, some difficult challenges requiring careful team building, a ton of creatures and achievements to collect, with your typical creature power level progression, a main character that can merge with creatures to unlock new perspectives and story quests, and with a whole world to explore and a ton of customization options on top. Granted, it definitely delivers on some of these more than others, but whether you're new to creature collectors or open world RPGs, everyone is likely to find something they'll enjoy in Aniimo. Don't get me wrong, even with all of this, Aniimo is not the Pokémon killer. The only game that can kill the likes of Pokémon, Genshin Impact or World of Warcraft is themselves, which leads to the cherry on top. Aniimo's goal is not actually to dethrone Pokémon, it's to sit next to it. To do for creature collectors what Genshin did for gacha games. To finally give the creature collector audience a big second option, one that respects your time, your wallet and your preferences. So even if you play every Pokémon game that comes out, like I do, I still see Aniimo as a great complement for it as well. You buy the new Pokémon game, you play it for 20 or 50 or 100 hours, and then you can go back to Aniimo, which will be getting new events and updates every few weeks. So to recap, a huge publisher budget, free-to-play cross-platform with a ton of social features, a design that welcomes every type of player, and a long game approach that respects your time and wallet and complements Pokémon's release cadence. So the big question now is, can Aniimo actually deliver on the non-predatory monetization? If it sticks to the no creature gacha, no pay-to-win direction, it could honestly change the landscape of creature collectors. But if not, well, then we've seen that before. Many will jump to the Aniimo versus Pokémon debate, but you don't have to choose. You can love Pokémon and play Aniimo. And ironically, this might just give Pokémon a reason to step up their games as well. The real winner of this strategy isn't Aniimo or FunPlus, it's you, the player. If you're interested in learning more about Aniimo, check out my multiplayer breakdown video where I go through all the solo and multiplayer features. And if you want to follow Aniimo along from beta into launch and beyond, subscribe and I'll see you on the next one.